What's up, everybody? This is PS.
And Jess. We did it backwards this time.
I wanted to be
We
the start
we
of the
just can't get
intro.
it straight. Yeah, she wanted to do the intro.
Yeah.
So, but welcome back to the podcast, everybody. We know it's been a while. It's been a crazy last few weeks. Yeah, the month of January was a very, very long year. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. I feel like everybody can relate to that. But
Yeah.
having the newborn and then Ezra, it's been good. I mean, he definitely loves being a big brother.
Today's his birthday.
Super helpful. Yeah, it's his birthday. He's 2 today. He loves giving her kisses, but he doesn't know how tiny and fragile she is, so he can get a little aggressive sometimes. Like he'll be like, stop getting on her chest. You're like gonna crush her. Or just pokes her eye, rips the blanket.
I can't get rid of it.
Or like when she's crying, he'll try to give her the pacifier and everything, which is really sweet. So he's been a great big brother. I love it. So.
Yeah. I don't have asthma.
But he's definitely a little jellyfish.
No, I don't have asthma, but I had to get an inhaler because I don't know. The older that I'm getting, I think when I get sick, it's bad.
Well, I think Ezra brought the flu home from school.
But I tested negative for the flu.
Well, yeah, because I think the flu is over now. This is just the after effects of it.
Yeah, no,
but yeah, I think maybe you had it worse. Maybe he had it just as bad, and
I don't have no idea.
I don't know, but
yeah, but anyways, we wanted to talk about like the violence that has been breaking out in schools. Like every time that I listen to the scanner that I use, the little app that I use to listen to the scanner sometimes, see what's going on, be a nosy neighbor and everything like that.
Very nosy neighbor.
I always hear the buses that transport the kids, and man, some of them be going through it on there, but we're not talking about the bus drivers. We're talking about the teachers. So here recently this week, a teacher from the Prince William County Schools. I
was gonna say, I think
was that it?
First one
slaps a 6-year-old. Now, I wanted to talk about it because this has been happening a lot. Like, this happens. I Googled.
Fairly often, sadly.
Yeah, and...
It's because kids are just... They're very annoying, and the parents sometimes, they don't discipline them right at home, so then they act whatever way they want to the teachers and everything, and then... The teachers just kind of tip over, and then that's that. Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about. That one, that was...
But yeah, that's sexual battery, though.
Yeah, but still...
That happens.
More often than not as well,
that's scary, too. But, hold on 1 second. I just want to bring it up here, because... So, Inside Nova did this story. A substitute teacher at Covington Harper Elementary School in Dumfries has been charged with assault after police say she slapped a 6-year-old girl. All right. The comments is what I want to get to. So you can tell that this whole situation is totally like, there's mixed emotions on it. How do you feel about it?
I mean, teachers shouldn't be slapping the kids. Parents shouldn't probably really be slapping their kids either. Yeah, but
sorry.
I mean, I don't know. Kids, like, they just really test that last nerve, and when that nerve is just like there, your reactions aren't always the best. Sadly.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is one long comment right here. We're not going to say names, okay? I'm just going to read off the one comment. As a long time sub in my 17th year, and I will tell you, subs are not well trained or supported regarding behaviors. The quality of subs has dropped in my last year in PWCS. PWCS needs to do better. Now, that said, over the years, I have been sworn at, had a child in kindergarten go after me with a pair of scissors, had things thrown at me. I had been called some interesting things, and students blatantly lied to their teacher about me, resulting in the teacher cornering me the next day. I had students threaten my daughter because I got them in trouble. I had a student tell me if I wrote him up, he would go after my daughter. I had a student frequently come at me thinking I was someone else if she passed a room I was in. I mean, this is a very long comment, but this is the other side of the fence to it. You get what I'm saying? Like, disgusting. Children are the only thing left that is innocent in this world. Wrong. We are here to partner with local law. No, I don't. I shouldn't even read that. Nope. Not saying that it's okay, but if the parents did it, the teacher wouldn't have to.
Bet the kid deserved it. That's what someone said, not me.
I mean, like, okay. So my take on it. I feel for so I know a teacher. One of the teachers that I know, we just know each other through our girls play softball together. She disclosed to me that she had this one student that was just ridiculous. I mean, the threats and everything, but the school system is tied up with what they can do and what they can't do, and that is one of the issues that I think is going on. That the school system, I agree with that one comment. The school system does have to do better because not only the school system though, but the parents at home.
Yeah, the kids wouldn't be acting like this if the parents raised them.
You can call it bad
better
parenting
and discipline. Yeah,
you can call it bad parenting, and parents are
To a
going to get into
degree,
their
for
feelings about how they should be parenting. Nobody should be telling them how to be parenting and stuff.
yeah,
but
when your kid acts like that,
me growing up in school, I mean, it was very, very rare for me, at least, that I can remember. I only made it to middle school. It was very, very rare that a teacher would be assaulted. You know what I mean? And now we've talked about this before amongst each other, where
that's the thing. It's just like in general, from when we were kids to now, it's completely different. Like,
yeah,
I feel like kids weren't as disrespectful and violent and whatever else. Like, we weren't bringing guns to school. We're not slapping our teachers or disrespecting whoever. And I think that's also why, like, there's a teacher shortage, because the teachers, they're like, I love teaching, I love kids, I want to help them. But when the kids like are pretty much like breaking you down, like, you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't. Like, it's, your mental well-being.
One other comment on here, I feel for the teachers. These kids are so disrespectful. iPads have raised them. Teachers have no support, and when they call out bad behaviors, parents take offense instead of correcting the behavior. They raise them wrong and defend their behaviors.
And that's pretty much what
I just said.
Saying,
I didn't even see that comment until I just scrolled.
That just totally validated what we said.
And it's just one of those things where, like, yes, teachers should not be hitting students. That's not what we're saying.
Yeah, that's not their place.
What is the issue?
Yeah, what is, like, bringing them to that point where they have nothing else that they can do besides?
Somebody's not supporting them. Somebody's not doing something for it. It doesn't even matter if it's a substitute teacher or if it's a teacher. Or it doesn't matter.
It could be the security guard, a police officer.
There's no support. I just feel like there's no support for them.
I mean, that comment. Guess those kids never felt the power of a chancla.
And I'm not wearing the shirt, but I have a shirt that says Chancla Survivor. My mom has hit me with chanclas.
Flip flop.
Yeah, flip flop. I've gotten hit with belts.
I've never gotten.
I never liked to be near my mother when she ironed because I got the cord end of it.
I thought you were gonna say she like.
No. She never hit me with the iron.
We're
Uh,
just
my mom was not that violent.
like. She said you. You said
We're doing the podcast.
it wasn't even to you. It was to another child.
Oh. Yeah.
Through hot water.
No, Jessica, my mom's still alive.
Thank goodness.
Okay, so she threw hot water on a kid that was bullying me.
Oh, you left that part out of the story. You said he wouldn't leave the house.
He was bullying me.
You never told me that part. You totally left that out.
Well,
which story is right?
I'm going to enjoy my tea. Jessica has me drinking tea now, so it's actually pretty good. But
yeah, he's a tea guy.
Back to the subject at hand. Yeah, so I just feel like, yeah, there goes another meme with chanclas on it. I mean, some of these comments that we're reading are just. Oh, somebody also said deport her like y'all trying to do others who shouldn't be deported. This doesn't help our situation. It really doesn't. So I did just a little bit of research on what we were looking at. And here in Prince William County, we've had a few this year already, I think, of a teacher hitting a student or something like that happening. Now, I know a lot of us, a 6-year-old now is not like a regular 6-year-old back in the day. These kids are bigger now.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a 13-year-old one day that looked like he was like 21 and built like it too. You know what I mean? Like, these kids are not small. And some of these teachers are very, very small. It's not helping. In Fairfax County, police arrested an elementary school teacher on 2 counts of aggravated sexual battery. You have situations where, let me see here. That's my son walking in the background. We didn't tell him we were doing the podcast right now, so they don't know any better. But usually we tell them to stay away. But it's a chillax day here in the Panameño household, and they know. Oh, especially my son back here, Xavier. He knows better. I have written emails in front of this guy. Come here. He just got in trouble in school the other day. Did you not? Huh? And didn't I write an email in front of you? And I told the teacher in the email, if he knows better, if he does anything he's not supposed to be doing, you email me back and you let me know what I can do here at home to support you. That's exactly what I tell these teachers. Oh, you're good, buddy. Thanks. Appreciate it. Oh. But yeah, like teachers, I feel for some of these teachers, you know what I mean? Like, it's horrible. Like, I can't tell you, assaulted by student. How many have been 23 hours ago? No, not that one. Teacher charged for
kneeing a student.
God. Fairview Elementary School chart. Oh no, I think that's the same one we were just reading about. But if you Google this stuff, 2 students begin fight after another student assaults a teacher. He's defending the teacher. Like, we don't know these situations. But yes, I agree. Some of these kids, man, are just out of hand. So, like, I don't know. Like, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, after reading just some of the comments that we've read, I'm leaning more towards like something needs to happen. You know, something needs to be brought up to those
all around
that are in charge and find out why this stuff is happening.
So do you think it's partially due to the access to technology and being able to watch whatever they want, do whatever they want, not having like those boundaries? Because like,
I think it starts at home just overall.
For sure. But yeah, it's like, oh, they're just watching like Peppa Pig on YouTube, and then Peppa Pig turns into like some violent stuff because the algorithm may be going through a dark hole sometimes.
Yeah, no.
You're like, oh, they're just watching this, and then it just
We're not
takes
the
a
perfect
hard
parents in
turn.
the world, but like,
Nobody
we
is.
try hard. I try hard. Jessica tries hard. Their mother tries hard on making sure that we do what we can to, especially me. I mean, one of my most favorite people in the whole wide world. He might see this podcast. He might say, "What's up, Troy?" He knows who he is. He was one of my most favorite. Yeah, he's one of my most favorite people in the whole wide world. Mr. Duffield. When I went to, some people might know him on here. I don't know. We don't have that many subscribers. Subscribe. Mr. Duffield for me was an amazing teacher. I mean, my dad was a very good dad. He worked very, very hard. But the parts that were missing at home, I got from Mr. Duffield when I went to Old Dominion. New Dominion. Or is it New Dominion? In Manassas. And it's an alternative school because I was a very, very, very bad.
Where's that New Directions?
No, it's no.
Is it just Dominion and then New
No,
Directions?
New Dominion. No, New Dominion. New Directions is on the other side of town.
Oh.
By the mall. But anyways, when I first got there, I was really bad. I even got some friends that I'm still friends with till this day where we all went to that school together. And a lot of us turned out really, really good. But see, a lot of the fights that happened were never, for me at least, when I was there, it was always students with students. It wasn't teachers with students. The teachers were trained on how to restrain without hurting and stuff. But some of these kids are strong. And I had never put Mr. Duffield in that situation. And he was I had another teacher there. I had three different teachers before I went to Mr. Duffield. I had Miss Flores. She was really good. She was really, really, really cool. She was a Navy vet. She was in the Navy for a very long time. I don't know where she is now. Mrs. Rutland. Ms. Rutland was really, really cool. She's still around in the area, I think. I think she still might be in the school system. And then Mr. Snyder, God rest his soul. I had him before they were like, Mr. Duffield's probably the last hope. I got put in his room. And man, the environment in there was so, so good. That was a very, very important time in my life. And I still keep in touch with Mr. Duffield now. He's actually overseas. He teaches internationally now. But I'm just so glad that it's not only contained to here. I mean, he goes all over. I mean, and he's an amazing teacher. Amazing teacher. I will never forget that man. I owe that man a gratitude that is just unbelievable. And now it's very, very hard to see relationships like that now. On a serious point, because back to your point about the technology. Yes, that does play a part in it. We have our phones on lockdown with these kids. They get a certain amount of time every day. It's a lot of hard work to put into it. Jessica does it very well. But their phones get locked at a certain time automatically every day, and it's set for weekend hours and all of that stuff. And when they're not on their phones, they need to be reading or writing or something like that. I mean, every now and then I'm going through their grades with them. I pull up Parent View and I write emails to the teachers, and I do this because I don't want my kids to ever end up in this situation.
Yeah, and the teachers have even replied back to me like, "Thank you so much." Like parents for the support, don't even support or do anything. I'm just like, it's crazy.
So, I hate to put the school system on blast on it, but there's a reason all this stuff is happening. It's just not just happening. It's just not that. And I believe, there was a teacher on there herself that said it. We don't get enough support, and I'm not condoning the violence. I'm not saying, hey, yeah, some of these kids man, they just need help. But where's it coming from?
Yeah.
Yes, don't do it. I mean, like, just don't do it. But it's at the same time, it's like, where is it coming from? Where is the problem starting? And why isn't anybody doing to resolve it? Because it seems like this is just happening more and more frequently. And it's kind of like it's planted a seed for me, because now I want to find out, like, how often does this happen? How many? We only see what we see that comes up in the news, but how often does this really, really, really happen? So, but that's what we wanted to talk about today. Is there anything else you got?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Please comment, share it.
Do you think they deserved it, or that they shouldn't have happened? Handle it in a different.
She wants to know, because I want to know. I really like.
Let's start a debate.
We don't know. Yeah, let's. Yeah, no, let's do it. No, let's please. I want to know what people think. Like, I know we only have 30-something subscribers, but I want to know what people think. Like,
give your nice opinion. Don't be coming for people.
Do what you have to do, but like, I'm a very, very big supporter of the First Amendment, of freedom of speech. Keep it clean, please. But say what you got to say. But in my opinion, at the end of this, I'm one of those parents where I'm like, well, what did they do to deserve it? Like, a reasonable adult is not just going to go up to a kid and just be like,
well, no, of course not. They push them to a limit that
we're humans. We get pushed. And when we reach our limit,
and kids know how to push.
If you're a parent, you know that limit. Because I tell you what, Jessica's a very, very different person from the time that we had Ezra to now. I have seen this woman's patience go from her patience was high. Now it's like,
because I'm already like tired dealing with Kezia all day, and then he comes home and has a mental breakdown over like
the smallest
nothing.
Things.
And I'm just like, what?
Yeah. But she gets through it. We get through it.
Oh, I was going to say, even like the kids are like, yeah, like my first period teacher, they're so nice. And then someone else has them at the end of the day. They're like, yeah, they say that she's so mean. Or like the opposite. Somebody else has them for the beginning of the day. And then at the end of the day, they're like, yeah, she's so mean. I don't know why they like her.
That's the other thing about it.
Yeah, because in the beginning of the day, everything is great. And then these kids just keep getting on your nerves. By the end of the day, you're like, shut up. Oh, please.
Yeah.
Stop.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
These teachers don't get enough credit.
No, they don't.
They don't.
You guys are awesome.
Yes, to the teachers out there, if there's a teacher that watches this, we really appreciate your service. We appreciate you. Lena, did you just like scoot in the background? She just did. Yeah. That's one of the other ones that we tell what they need to do in school and everything, and what they need to do. They know better for me to be contacted by a teacher if it's something bad. So we really appreciate everyone joining us on this episode of PS and
Jess.
And we'll catch you the next time. Peace.